What's up? Picked up super fresh. I wouldn't say super fresh. It's a dirt bike. Picked up 2002 YZ85. It's actually really sick. It's a super fun bike, you can tell. The second day of owning it, I decided to rip it through muddy fields that would just got a bunch of rain in. But it was fun, clearly. And as I was going through, my dad was dumping all this old hay out, and there was like kind of an intact hay bale. So I'm bobbing through, ripping through them. Boom, hit the one that's intact, of course. The bike stops running, and I was like, it's out of fuel. So I went over and mixed up some gas, and poured it in, started running it. Didn't run. Kicked it about 100 times. Didn't run at all. So I was like, well, maybe a foul plug. So I checked the plug. It was fouled, fixed it, put it in, ran for 30 seconds, fouled the plug again, fixed it, ran it again, but it's like kind of bogging. And then every like 1 to 5 kicks now, so it's like you give it 5 kicks, the next 3 kicks have no compression. So I think it's a top end. I want you guys to comment down below and let me know if you think it's a top end or not. Because if it is, I have to spend about another $200 for a top end kit. Because I have to buy a top end, buy a cylinder honing tool, and I'm just going to rebuild the car while I'm at it because that carburetor, all the gaskets are kind of shot. But anyways, I have about another $400 of parts sitting right here for this bike mainly, and a couple parts for the 250. Let's get into it. I'll show you guys what I got. So first, there's this box. I'll explain this in a second. First thing for this bike, a new Tusk clutch for this bike because this clutch is kind of shot. Like you start off the bike and you'll be sitting on the stand and you have it neutral, rev it, it just does what a normal bike does. You put it in first gear and have the clutch all the way in. The rear wheel spins as fast as it wants. So, I screwed with this. Nothing happened. So, bought a clutch. This was, I'm pretty sure the cheapest part I bought. Well, no. I bought clutch springs. Those are like $6. Bought those for this. They won't be here for a while. I think another 5 days or something. So I'm going to wait till I install this. So there's one part. Now what's next? Radiator guard. I bought a DeVol. I don't even know what this is. It's just a radiator guard. I'm pretty sure it's just aluminum. Pretty nice radiator guard for the radiator because it doesn't have one. Part numero 2. A Renthal bar pad in the blue, 8.5 inch for this bike. And since I got to the bar pad, I figured I would show you guys this stuff. So I actually bought a blue Renthal bar pad, first one. This one's actually, I really like this one, so it's a little bigger. It looks sweet on that thing. Just kidding, this one is a crossbar one, so returning this. And I also bought a red one for the 250, because that one doesn't have one. So like, sweet, I'll have kind of a matching set, but have a set of Renthal pads. That one's also the same thing, where it's a crossbar one like this. So, we now have to return these. Is what it is. This is the one I bought instead. It's actually a pretty sick one. Factory Honda looking one. Factory FX that's made this one. Same brand that makes my Honda hat, actually. Probably my favorite thing. My Atrubis factory or Handguard X factory. I did the red and black. I'll show you guys these in a second. And a graphics kit. I'll show you guys these. These are fork guards. These are radiator tank graphic shrouds. These are one of these. This one's a rear fender. This one's a front fender. This one's a swing arm. So this bike should be looking a tad bit different. That's all that. And so then all this stuff is worth about $400. there's really not that much there. These are getting returned, so there's $50 back. So in theory, that's about $350 worth of parts I already have. For just this bike alone, it's like $285. And then I have another like $125, I think, is the math, for the $250 over there. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything to the YZ in this video. I think all I'm going to do is put this little thing on there because it's probably the easiest thing I can do. I just might put on the radiator guard because it doesn't have one. But the problem is with this bike is I'm flipping it. I bought it for $1,200, which is actually kind of a steal for a YZ85. But it needs work. Like I said, it needs a new top end. Just bought a clutch. Clutch springs are on the way. Tires are actually pretty mint, especially the front one. The front one still has the little orange line on it. It's gonna be a sick bike once it's done. I think I'll profit this one. And if you guys are wondering, where's the TTR 90? Because the TTR 90 videos are shorts that are getting uploaded. And then I'm posting this one on here. Well, the TTR 90 has already sold. And so if you guys are watching the long form videos, I'm kind of giving you a little hint because a lot of people don't watch them. The TTR 90 sold for $1,100. Pretty proud of that. Bought this for $1,200. So I'd consider that pretty good. I say we get into starting to put stuff on these bikes. Because these bikes are sweet, and I think they're going to turn out even sweeter. Let's get right into it. These are all the parts I think I'm going to be putting on in today's video. Because graphics, this thing's going to need a pressure wash. It's currently like 40, or not even, 35 degrees. So I kind of got a little just coat on. But, so we can't pressure wash this thing really. But there is a lot of mud. So we'll wait for graphics. We'll do some easy stuff for today. But I think first off, let's get this on and this on, the 85, and then we'll work over to the 250, which is right over there that you can't see. Bar packs are probably one of my favorite things to put on a bike. I've only put these ones on, but they make your bike look a little better for $25, and it's full safety. So if you take the bar to your chest or your head or wherever else you take it, there's a little bit of protection. I'll show you guys how to put this on. Pretty self-explanatory. You open up the package. You take off your old bar like that. This one wasn't completely gone yet, but it was pretty roached, so we'll probably save this for another bike or whatever else I feel like putting it on. I'll put on super ultra premium Renthal crossbar bed. With the old and with the new. Boom, one part on. The rest of this bike, we're gonna do in time lapse because I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to watch me struggle putting on a radiator guard. after a little bit of finagling, we got her on there. Very nice. It's super sweet. Devol. 10 out of 10 would recommend, actually. Looks really good. Strong. Pretty good, but pretty good looking. We also got the Renthal bar pad on there. Yeah. And think those two parts right there is already $100. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Time to move on to bike numero dos. This fellow over here. 2023 Honda CRF 250F. Yeah, it's a trail bike, blah, 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 blah. I came up from a CRF 80. Is what it is, fast bike. Basically the same speed as that fella. What in the world is going on? Same speed as this one. Pretty sweet. Time to move on. So for this bike, we'll be putting on bar pad, and we'll also be putting on these hand guards. Pretty excited. I think this is gonna look really sweet. The problem is with this, with putting the bar pad on, is up here. When I ride in moto, I have my moto pants and moto boots on, and I normally have AirPod and playing whatever I feel like at the moment. So my moto pants don't have pockets, that's the word. So I have this little deal that the previous owner put on, but actually works perfect. I hold my phone, so now this will be able to stay, but my Trail Tech Vapor that the previous owner also put on won't be able to stay because it'll be in my way of either the bar pad or the keys. So this is gonna come off, and then if I go trail riding or something, I'll probably take this off. It's just a couple plugs. Take this off, and then it'll be pretty easy just to take the bar pad off, slide this back on. I'll be ready to go ripping trails. Give you guys a little look-see. See, so I got phone mount, Trail Tech, and then all little plugs. So see if I put the bar pad here, and then I push this back, can't access my key. And then if I leave this there, then I can't put the bar pad. But this thing should be okay. I should just be able to adjust it forward a little bit. Either way, it'd be super sweet. Time to do a little unboxing on these handguards. I did film a little unboxing segment of me taking these things out of the box and looking at them and blah, blah. This is basically how it went. Blah, 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 dirt bikes, blah, 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 more yapping from me, blah, 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 dirt bikes. You get the gist. Whatever. Now I have the handguards. I'm gonna finish putting these together. I'll put it in time-lapse mode so that you guys don't have to watch me put these together for like 30 minutes struggling. And then I'll show you guys when I put them on the bike over there. Bam, let's get to it. There actually wasn't too much left to assemble. So now I'll take all these parts over there toward the 250. We'll get everything assembled right. I'll transfer you guys over there so you can see better, and I'll put it all together and put the bar pad on, and we'll be set with the 250. Well, now that we got everything here, kind of looks something like that. I mean, handguards definitely aren't the greatest looking thing on a bike, but they're very practical. That's why I'm putting them on, because you guys probably saw, if you're watching this video, you've probably seen me do my snow bike adventure, and your hands tend to get very cold when doing that. And then trail riding this summer, I don't want rocks going into my fists. So I'll just spend the $75 as that was to save it. And then I've also got my bar pad. That'll go somewhere right in there. Let's get to it. I got the bar pad on, and it looks sick. But now I'm in quite the predicament that these handguards I don't think are gonna fit. I'll show you. You guys, watch this. If you look here, that goes in just fine. But this isn't going to be going on anything. Look right here behind all these cables, there's this mount, and the bar pad's there, and it's supposed to go like in here, but that ain't gonna fit. So I don't know what to do besides for making maybe a custom 3D printed mount that takes this and brings it over here. But still, I don't think it's gonna fit because this piece, it like goes down and it's gonna be in the way of this cable here. So we're in quite the predicament. I'm gonna see if I can get the one over here to work. But I have a feeling I'm running the same problem where it's gonna be too long and it's just gonna go right into here. So I'm not going to because I don't feel like cutting apart my grip. Because I had to do it to this side, which kind of sucks, but part of the experience. It would be sick though, because then I can keep my hands protected. But so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I'll take some time to think, get my dad and see what he thinks. My dad's wise, so see what he thinks, and I'll come back with you, to you guys with an update. Overall, it would be looking pretty sick, I think. The bar pad. Yeah, very nice. I actually ended up taking the phone mount off and then zip tied all these cables up there so that I don't fall. Overall though, pretty good. Pretty good looking bike here too. The radiator guard, yeah. Overall pretty good. Both could be better, but this one doesn't need much work, just some maintenance is what it needs. This one is mint, just besides for this. But we'll figure it out. I'll come back to you guys with an update.
Well, we got the handguard situation figured out. Now this is mounted nicely and securely. So what I did is I took the bar pad off for now, put this piece on here. I'll show you guys. You guys can't even see. I took the bar pad off and I slid it down here instead of putting it up here. Now I got that handguard mounting. Kind of see what it looked like if I cut off that section of it. There you go. And then I'll have the Honda right there, and then another bar handguard. Easy for me to say. There. Super sweet. The 85. Sweet. You can already see it started getting to it. Just cut off the end of that. I'll start sliding the bar pad in, putting you guys on time lapse, and show you guys when this is done. Well, both the bikes are done for tonight. This one had the YZ, I don't know if you can see it, but it's right here. It has new bar pad and radiator guard. This one has new hand guards and a bar pad. Looks really sick. Happy how it turns out. It definitely doesn't look like a motocross bike, but it's not a motocross bike. But I do love riding like a motocross bike. Bar pad, hand guards. So this summer, when I go trail riding, I don't have rocks and all sorts of other stuff going in my hands. Or even right now, when it's colder and I'm ripping through a cornfield at God knows how fast, I have stuff to protect my hands from cold. Should be sweet. And if I go deciding to just rip through the woods one day, hand guards. And then it also protects the levers from breaking off. They're metal. Pretty stoked on this. The YZ looks just as good. I wouldn't say just as good. It looks pretty good. This looks way better, I'm not gonna lie. But that has a lot of work to do. I'm gonna pull the motor, new top end, because it has no compression. New top end, new clutch. That bike should be sick. I'll put a Y-Scope piston in it, is the thing that I'm gonna do, in a Tusk top end. And all these parts I bought from Rocky Mountain ATV. I love their website. It's super easy to use. I'm not sponsored by them. I would love to be sponsored by them. I'm just saying that if you're looking for any of these parts, they're all in Rocky Mountain and all their parts are cheaper. I'm not paid. I don't have enough subscribers for that. But overall, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon. Next week, I think, because I know this week I said I was going to post a boat video. Surprise, I bought a new bike for those that are watching. Pretty stoked. New bike I've had for not that long. I got this bike in November. It is currently March 6th. God, it's cold outside. And just got that bike. It is March 6th, so this is Thursday. Posting tomorrow, which is Friday. I just picked this bike up Sunday. So I haven't had this bike for long, and hopefully, I would love to keep this bike. It's super fun. It's small, but it has a lot of power. So you're sitting there and you can just bounce around. I would love to keep that bike, but I'm trying to make money, and right now I don't have very much because I just spent all my money on this. Once this bike's done, I don't know where I'm going to be going from there, but I'll probably be dumping all that money into my boat because I don't have very much for that, and that's going to need a lot. So next week, I'll be showing that. I know I said it was going to be this week. Sorry, it's not. New bike. I'll still be posting TTR 90 videos every other day. I'll probably have some shorts on this of just little stuff I've been tinkering with. Overall, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. Which bike do you think turned out better? This one or this one? This one still has some work, but which bike do you think turned out better? Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day.